I love this. So my husband always says I should let my starter locks out and it looks so good and it's pretty. I don't believe him, I'm sorry. Because I don't feel pretty in short hair. And if you've been following this channel, you know I used to have a much longer locks, but then I took it down last year and I decided to start all over again. So my hair is rough. I'm informing you now so you don't judge me. What's that trend? We listen, we don't judge. So you guys, we watch, we don't judge. Like, it's rough. I need to relock, but I'm going to do that before Christmas. And yay, happy new month. Merry Christmas. Today I want to rant. I want to rant about a number of things, but I just want to first start with I don't know if I should call them watchers or if I should call them online in-laws or friends. You guys know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about people that keep watching your life online, especially as a married person. But this is not even for just married people, because even when I was single, I think I had people who were always watching over my life and throwing silly comments. So today's video or today's rant is for people who have people with loose mouth, people who throw silly comments, believers who don't know how to control their thoughts, who always think they have to voice out what they are thinking. Even when I was single, I've had people say things like, "Oh, don't you know you're getting old? When will you get married?" Or say all your mates are getting married, when will you get married? I have never been pressured about getting married, and I've always known that I was going to get married early. I've always believed I was going to get married before I turned 20. If you've been in my cycle, you've had me say it. And even when I turn 20, I'll always tell my friends, "Oh, I'm going to get married before I turn 22, 23." And fortunately, I got married at 20. 20, whoa, I got married late based on the time I give myself. So I actually even got married at 26. I didn't get married as early as I thought, but it I wasn't pressured about it. I wasn't under any pressure. I was happy. My family didn't put me under any pressure. But then the online friends, the online family members, the online people we've adopted into our lives have decided to throw shady and funny and unpleasant comments like, "When will you get married?" I don't care how close you think we are. I think there are certain comments you need to keep to yourself. I think there are certain things you don't have to say all the time. You need to learn to know what to say to people and what not to say to people. For instance, if I was ever pressured about marriage, I would have gotten very angry each time I had to read, "When will you get married?" Or look at people who are younger than you getting married. I remember having my younger cousin get married before before myself, and she was just 22, I think. Yeah, she was 22 when she got married, and our extended family members came for the wedding, and they were like, "Oh, look at you guys, me and my elder sister. Oh, you guys are not even married. See your cousin. See, she's not even your mate." And I'm like, for real, really? There's so much more to getting married. There's so much more to do with life. Then I remember one time I posted on my WhatsApp, I went for a friend's wedding and one of my friend was like, "See your mates, they married." And then I was like, the last time I checked, you're also single. And I remember that's the reply that cut off that friendship completely. So yes, dearest online people, what gives you the audacity to feel you can actually just say things to people? What gives you the audacity to think you can voice out your disrespectful comments all the time? I understand there are people that are saying it from the sincerity of their heart and they don't mean it in any sort of way, but it's uncalled for. Since I got married now, I think a month or 2 months after my wedding, I started having womb watchers. It was so bad. especially with the fact that I had to return back to school for an extra semester. It was terrible because coming from my classmates, coming from people that were still that at least are way more than classmates. I consider them as my friend. I remember one of my friend coming to lay her hands on my stomach, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm trying to palpate for the fetus." I understand we're in medicine, we're in med school. It's so unnecessary. What if something is actually wrong with the person? Now, let's not use myself. Nothing is wrong with me. I'm super healthy by the grace of God. But imagine you're saying all of these shitty comments to someone that is actually struggling with infertility, someone who has to cry themselves to bed, someone who has used dozens and dozens of pregnancy strips and ovulation kits. Imagine you are saying things like this to someone who has miscarried or somebody who is earnestly praying for a child. It's very alarming and concerning because you think in your head it's just a comment. I just want to know. Except you and I are so close. I know we have those friends that can talk about certain things and we don't mind, yeah? But even them, they know how to approach it. Which one is Mama Twins? How are you? I got married 3 months into my wedding DM. Mama Ijima, how are you? Mama Twins, how are you? Mommy Bomboy, how are you? Mommy Boys, how are you? Mommy Girl, how are you? Mommy Unborn, how are you? Like, where are all of these comments coming from? I feel like we place unnecessary pressure on each other. I feel like we are each other's problem and we need to stop. Like, we just need to stop. So, I'm not doing this rant for myself, but I'm doing this rant for other people who are unable to fight for themselves, other people who are unable to cut you short. Because I give it back. I honestly do give it back. I'm not the silent consumer. If you say something I'm not pleasant with, if you say something that doesn't stay well with me, I'm going to talk about it. I honestly think it is super unnecessary to pick on topics you're not invited into. Stop asking people why their nose. I mean, I've been trying to gain weight all my life because I used to be very skinny and I wasn't comfortable with my weight. I started working out to gain weight. I remember how excited I was when I was able to walk from 54 kg to 64 kg and I got thicker. The next thing is, this your hips have increased. Oh, is he our baby? Your nose is looking bigger. Your cheeks is big. If you know me, I've always had a big cheeks. I don't know what you are looking for. I don't know what you are expecting. Somebody even has the audacity to say, "Oh, you have not been posting your. Oh, yeah, send me full pictures. Let me confirm." We are each other's problem. We are each. I understand why it's called peer pressure now. We are our own problem. It's unnecessary. Okay, what if we decide to give it back? What if we decide to ask you why you've not found a decent man? What if we decide to ask you when you're going to get married to? Or what if we decide to ask those elderly ones in our family when they want to die or when they will die? What if we decide to pick on you? Because the moment people start to pick on you or confront you, you put them in a tight situation and they have to pick on you and confront you back. And then it's tagged disrespectful and rude. But you put me in that place, you put me in that position. Let's be very frank, even for people who are expecting, they don't like comments like that. I saw someone complain yesterday also on her status that she doesn't like it. If she doesn't tell you she's pregnant, keep short. I remember reading her status and she was like, even if I'm pregnant, it's my choice to want to share it with the world or not. Stop trying to get hints. I understand how exciting it is to be a pregnancy detector, but it's just unnecessary. And then you have the audacity to enter people's DM. When are you going to get married? When are you going to get pregnant? When are you going to get a job? Ah, this your job, eh? Really? It's so unnecessary. The pressure on women, the pressure on men, it's getting too much. As if the economy is not hard enough. You guys have spare time to do all that silly comments. What if the person is struggling? What if when you're now confronted, you now give the reply that you're joking. But what if you're actually joking on somebody's prayer point? On the reason somebody cannot sleep at night. What if that is the earnest prayer point of that person? That person prays every day, cries about it every day. Ah, it's been 2 years. Don't you want to have kids? Is it not better you have kids and rest? Have kids early and rest. Is it your womb? Is it your rest? Is it your husband? What is it? What is it with people who are not minding their business? It's becoming alarming. It's becoming annoying. It's becoming irritating. I know we have close buddies where we can relate like that. I have people I can relate like that with, but not like that, like that. I have people I'll be like, ah, if you don't bring husband before next year, I'm going to tie you. And we know it's a joke. We know it's a joke. I have people that will tell me mommy twins, and I'll be like, ah, from your mouth to God ears. But if you're not in that close cycle, mind your business. Let people be people. The problem is most of the people even commenting don't even have quarter of their life as figured out. So it's annoying. It's annoying when you try to sneak into people's privacy. Even if the person shares so much online, if they decide to keep a part of their life a secret, it's okay. Don't feel entitled. I remember when I complained, somebody said, oh, it's because I'm a content creator. I share personal stuff and maybe people feel entitled. No, you don't. I don't owe you nothing. I don't. It's my life. It's my choice. If I want to share, I'm going to share. If I don't feel comfortable to share anything, I don't have to share anything with you. Same people that if you now share, they will not tell you you're oversharing. So it's difficult to really know how to deal with humans, but I think it would be much easier if humans learn to mind their business. If humans learn to, I've had so many of these things. It's tiring. I did a 6 years medical course with Corona, with the 1 year pandemic. Then we had strike. People kept asking when I was going to graduate. Allow me. Is it that you have carryover? What's the problem? Are you falling back in school? Now that phase is over. When will you get married? Now you're married. When will you have children? So when I have children, what's next? What is next? And these people make it look like they're checking up on you. You're not checking up on me. You're trying to check up with my life, with the things I've not invited you into. So please, oh, you people should calm down.